Yeah, I believe we're
Alright, are we
we're
live?
back.
Are we back?
It's
Yeah, I guess
green,
we are.
so it should be
All
no
right.
drop frames.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wait, is it a stream split or not?
I'm checking.
Yeah,
I'm gonna...
it's already split.
Fuck.
Yeah, 29
Oh,
minutes.
god damn it. Okay. I think we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah,
All right,
we're live.
we're live.
No idea what
everyone.
happens.
Okay. So
Sorry,
We
guys.
stopped responding, that's what happened. But
yeah, we had some technical issues with our stream, but we are now back. Oh my god, what a disaster.
I
But
hate
hey,
it when such things happen.
yeah, right. Yeah, nothing we can do about it, guys. But we're good. Wow, we're good to go now.
Alright, so where did we stop?
I don't remember.
Well, we're just showing another prototype of D1 Under, which is renamed D1 Sewer. And you can see...
Oh, I remember what I was saying. Yeah, I was saying basically that I kind of like that Citadel model. The one that was used in the previous map that looked really funky. I think overall it's a good bit of Citadel, actually, if I do say so myself. I think I don't really like the retail Citadel all that much. I think that it looks better with the whole kind of 2003 era brutalist type architecture.
Are you sure you like this version more?
I don't like it more. I just like how it's. It reminds me more of what the Combine do, I suppose. I don't know. I'm a little undecided about it.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
we
you.
hear you.
I don't even know what I did.
Well, Scott is on the stream now. Mr. XJR9000's entered. After 2 stream delays and his microphone not working, I think we're all together now and hopefully the stream won't die again.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I know what happened. That's Windows 10 happened.
Windows 10 is literally the biggest piece of crap ever.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad
I
VR requires it.
I don't think that it's really that bad, to be honest. I think it's okay.
You're wrong.
Apart from when it does things like this.
No, you're just wrong.
Still Windows 7 is better.
Windows 10. I would like to make a text file on my C drive. You are not allowed to do this.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just run Notepad as administrator, I think.
You need to be administrator, and also fuck you.
So yeah, as you can see, they added some more locations to this version, and also they added D1 Steam. I mean D1 Sewer Steam location to this map as well.
Oh, the
I mean,
machine code part?
Yeah, you remember this map, so they added this to D1 Under as well. So it was D1 Under 03 for now. Also, many people believe that this Hydra part they showed on E3 was really to be part of actual gameplay, but that's not true. That's actually was the section they added only for E3. It wasn't to be the gameplay section for the game. It's
Because
just
this map was
basically a
made before
fake
the E3
location
one,
for
right?
E3. I mean the Hydra part.
The date on this map is before the E3 one, correct?
Yes, it's this version is from January 2003. So this is how they changed the Hydra encounter. This pit was a place where Hydra would come from underground or from the pit. And I guess it was to kill those Metrocops. But that's the end of the map. That's as far as they developed it. And there's also a fourth map, which is, well, you all know it already. VXP, please fix.
Once again, guys, you can see that VXP has not fixed the water. So if you ever come across VXP on your in your travels on the internet, please tell him from Jar of Flies and Vitoy, please fix the water.
Well, VXP
Or you just blame him.
yeah, blame him.
We need the
Blame
blame
him
button.
until he releases LeakNet 2.0 because he actually works on LeakNet 2.0 from scratch.
Oh, wow.
And the main thing he already fixed, well, not quite him, but with the help of Dmitrix, they managed to fix the problem with game's physics, which caused, for example, all those crashes at City 17 mod and many other crashes. So LeakNet is now 90% crash free. Like they got rid of 90% of crashes in Half-Life 2 beta.
That is insane.
God bless that Matrix.
Yes. And blame VXP.
Also, fix flashlight, please.
Yes, please. It sucks. It needs fixing. I beg
Yes,
you, VXP.
and here's what they are talking about. Alright, let's proceed to the next map, which is... Oh, this is interesting map. It's called Proto Combine Underground or Underground Combine. Yeah, Combine Underground was first. It's from January 2nd, 2003, and it is a prototype, which somehow it survived into Half-Life 2 retail. Because,
Yeah,
well, you
it's
may
that.
recognize this tunnel and this rift or chasm, I don't know how to call it.
Both work.
Except here we were under some combined structure and we don't quite know what is it. They used depot model, but it could be
Yeah, I was
just...
gonna say I always thought it was the depot.
Yeah, it could be just a temporary model they used. They could be having some other combined structure in mind. But
It's a
really,
very cool map.
we have no idea what was it, where were we, and why is there all these combined structures in here? I mean, this is also very strange. And there will be more revisions of this map later. We will show you it during our next stream. But for now it was like this.
So is this the first 2003 map, like ever?
You could
If it's
say
from
so.
January 2nd?
It's from January 2nd, yeah.
Wow.
Well, the previous map, I mean, previous revision.
Yeah, yeah.
Not this one. So as you can see, we were pretty near to the Citadel for some reason. were not far. I'm not even sure if this structure wasn't part of it. Like one of those depot. So if we're that near to the Citadel, why? The question is, why would we be that near the Citadel if we were to escape City 17? This map is a complete mystery to me. You can ask,
like
try and
lost.
ask Dave Reader, except I don't think he answers fan letters. But
No, none of them do anymore.
well, that's it for the first cabal of Valve. I mean, yeah, the first group of people who were working on sewers, aka under maps, and they were working on it up until I think July 2003. So you will see more of their work during our next stream, and we will move to the second cabal, which were working on town maps. And this map, D1 Town 01 Dario, was made in early October 2003, and as you can see by the name, it was an edit of Dario Casali of the map.
This map also kind of survives into retail,
Well, yeah,
or at least parts of it.
it's actually the oldest map that made it into retail. The geometry is
Wow.
still the same from 2001. I mean,
Wow.
this alleyway and some buildings, some building geometry. It all survived from 2001.
Isn't
And
that
also-
car from 2001 as well?
What?
The car right there.
It was yeah. I think there was a car in here, and it was a brush pickup.
Hmm.
And also, compared to previous revisions of the map, they got rid of the lake area. I mean, it started on the lake during previous stages, and in here they didn't know how it would start, I guess. But they got rid of the lake. And in retail, there's electric trap in here, as you remember.
Hmm. Isn't there versions of the 2003 leaked maps that have the electric fence as well?
You will actually see electric fences on the next map we will show, but it's
Sure.
It's on the different location.
Hmm.
So one thing they added to this revision I like is this location. So they made whole circular way of this bucket cart, I mean,
Hmm.
through almost whole town. This location survived into retail as well, as you remember. This alleyway where there are a lot of explosive barrels and stuff in retail. And here it was still empty. But we were to enter this building from here.
Am I
And-
correct in saying that the town in E3, well, the town in Half-Life 2 is based on Serbia or something?
Serbia?
Yeah, I don't remember where Ravenholm is based from. I think it's like Serbia or somewhere in Eastern Europe. I don't
know. I
remember.
never heard of it. I mean, I never
Sure.
heard it was based of Serbian some Serbian town.
Hmm.
But the interesting thing about this location, I mean this building, is that it is actually still in retail. It's that house where we first meet Father Grigori. Except in retail it was some factory, and here it was an entrance to mines.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And this was the location where we would meet Big Mama Pot.
Oh, with the mine car or the digger, whatever it's called.
No, actually, the digger wasn't yet introduced into the game.
Okay.
So we were somehow defeated without
What are
digger.
those? What are those things? It's like ribs or something.
Except they're from brick.
Brick.
They're made of bricks.
That's
So
strange.
Well, it's too slow. So somehow we were to exit this building. I guess it was through this window, but we're too fat for it. So I will use
Well,
no click instead.
Were the player boundaries different back then?
Yeah, they actually were. So that could be the reason.
Yeah.
And from here we were, well, I guess we were to take the bucket. I mean, we were to start it and to ride in it. But it doesn't quite work quite well in Half-Life 2. And the reason is on the turns, Funk Track Train doesn't work well with the player. As you can see, we're get stuck every time.
I think it's because your bounding box is pretty large.
Yeah, could be it.
Yeah, clearly they changed the bounding box at some point in 2003.
I always like this version of the map that has everything combined into one.
Yeah, it's a lot less spread out than the retail maps that were kind of... I mean, Ravenholm, to me, always had a really weird layout that I didn't quite understand, so yeah, I think I prefer... This is one of the few basic maps I do prefer.
One thing I don't understand why they removed the bell from retail. I mean, they had the model. Why would they need to remove it?
Maybe for performance or something?
I doubt it. Also, you may remember this room from retail. We were heading from I mean vice versa, and we were we met,
there's the poison head crabs over there.
yeah, and Father Grigori was on this balcony. And as you can see, we were to move the other way during the beta stages. And also this I forgot the how it's called.
Attic, crawl space.
Attic, yeah.
Area.
Yeah, so it's in retail as well, and we could find some grenades in there. And that's how we were to move to another map. And now you will see something more exciting. It's the next revision of the town. And check this out.
Oh. Whoa! Grigori's starter weapon right there. Oh my god.
It's a holy fire. It burns, but it doesn't damage me.
Does it give you health?
No, but it doesn't damage me as well. Well, I can actually test.
Yeah, that'd be no.
No. Does someone have drinking problem?
It sure sounds like it.
Yeah,
Ben, you okay?
I won't comment. I won't comment.
What an introduction to Father Gregory, just like Welcome, player. Fire.
I wish they. I really wish they kept that in retail. That's a really cool introduction.
Yeah, Twisted Fire Starter.
Grigori is a pumpkin instigator.
Here's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
He is the fear indicted and danger illustrated. Damn, those ragdoll physics, Jesus Christ.
He's being shot. Give him a break. How would you feel having to perform your ragdoll duties while being shot?
Oh man, early 2003 Half-Life 2 is a blast. Oh, that's different. Oh, that's creepy as fuck. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And,
well,
and
actually,
look at this guy here.
Dude, I hate poison zombies so much. They are awful. I hate them.
Imagine them in VR.
That's why I'm not buying Half-Life Alex. Just for that reason alone.
That's so cool having that extra route.
Whoa.
Seen this map yet.
Whoa, shit.
Parkour. That's cool.
Alright. He's free now.
He's finally relieved of his duties.
So as you can see, they tested hell of a lot different gameplay mechanics on this revision. And check this out, we could climb fences. Just like ladders.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Have they put ladder brushes around all of the... What? What was that?
It's a fire extinguisher.
Oh. Hack. Pressing... Hack. What does it mean by hack?
I don't
Like
know
it's
why they were
a
calling it hack.
Janky way of trying to get me to fire go out.
Sure.
That door's so cool. Ben, we need to have a talk.
So this apartment is not in retail at all. So as you can see, they placed a lot of different traps into one map.
Oh my god, those barrels. Jesus. Oh, wait. You see those those burning cars behind you?
Yeah.
Wasn't this reused in the cancelled episode 3 or whatever the hell it was going to be that was set in Ravenholm?
I don't think so.
I don't know, but
Okay, sure, because I
It's
just
in
really
retail.
remember seeing that in a Ravenholm based thing.
it's in retail Half-Life 2.
That'll be it then. Wait, where?
In this map.
Sure,
Yeah,
okay, I don't remember.
It's Trabant, I believe. So this trap is interesting. It's called Scythe. I'm not sure if I
Scythe.
spell it
Yeah,
correct. But except it's not fully implemented yet. It's just a prop model.
Mm-hmm.
And this trap is completely cut from the game. And you will see what it did.
Whoa.
That's cool to see these implemented outside of a test map. I didn't know they actually made it into some of the maps.
I hate these stupid zombies when they climb this car. I really need to place NPC clip here.
The Ravenholm maps in the league are really weird. They're kind of surreal. It's odd. Does it kill you if you stand in that trap?
Well,
so
I
was
can-
it you that fixed those traps, or did some code in LeakNet fix those traps?
Actually, these traps, they don't work in the original Half-Life 2 beta because they won't move ragdolls at all, because this feature is off in the code by default. But I asked the XP and he made a special trigger which enables this feature for ragdolls.
Okay, nice.
So you were asking if these traps will work on me?
Yeah. Huh. Wow. And you even land on like a little
I like this one the most.
area.
Whee!
Whoa. And you land on a actually kind of unique spot as well.
So look what happened to the mines in this version. Yeah, they separated it onto a separate map. I mean, the mines. And the thing is, this map is not actually in Half-Life in WC map pack. I had to restore it. I just took this location, this whole geometry from Dario's version, and made it as a separate map. So it's kind of restoration. And the difference was that there was something in here. Well, as you can see, it's a temporary location I added myself, and the level transition was to happen somewhere here.
Well, were some of these parts in Viz groups, or did you just?
No,
Were
this
they
part
not?
this part is on the original map, and level transition as well. I just copied it. So once again, we were to start the tram, we were to ride it, and yeah, we were to arrive in here. I like how all these places are part of the same map. Because,
Yeah, that's not like retail at all.
yeah, in retail you can't see anything through this window, for example, because this area was on the previous map.
The lighting's really cool as well. I like the kind of sunset.
Yeah, it was still evening, not night. But the next map was actually night already. So you remember where we stopped on the previous map, and here it is. Wait, I think... let me check. Yeah, this one was made first. This map is from November 2002. And it's one of the first revisions of the map which made it into retail as well. Well, if you don't remember, this was some sort of hospital, I guess, in retail, where we saw few bodies of zombies on these tables and some medkits and also some saws
Oh,
and hooks.
yeah, I didn't know it was supposed to be a hospital. That's kind of an interesting theory.
And this area was cut from retail
Yeah, you're
entirely.
going from the bottom and going to the top instead of the other way around in the later versions.
Oh, I love this part. This is a really, really cool part.
Yeah, because the 2003 leak versions of this map, it was Town 03. It
Yeah.
was its own small little map, and you started from the top and went down.
Also, you know that scene where the zombies like bang on the fence? How is that done? Is that what script does that? You know, where they're knocking on the fences?
I guess it's something in their written in their AI. In their
Oh,
code.
okay. Because I haven't seen that anywhere else apart from in this section.
I would expect that it knows where walkable spaces are in
Right.
where they are, and if they notice that there's a walkable space in front, they can't get to it.
Okay.
Maybe that's just.
But I don't think that's in retail. I wonder if that was like an scripted thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at the VMF later and work that out.
I like how somehow this map looks like it has more details than in retail. At this version.
Yeah, definitely. So this kind of reminds me of Vitoy. Do you remember that game You Are Empty?
Which one?
You Are Empty.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of that a lot.
And this is the location. If you read the final hours of Half-Life 2 article on IGN, there could be found a sketch of this level of Ravenholm, and there's on this floor of this building there's a title that says that body of a dead children or something. So this
Fuck.
is this same bed where we were to find the dead children, the dead child.
That's fucking depressing, dude.
Wow.
Oh, the rooftop scene. Oh, he doesn't throw the shotgun. Right.
Yeah, this scene wasn't implemented yet.
Okay. What the hell is that?
Also, these planks are on this sketch as well. We were to destroy them before we jump in there. Except, oh, there is. I thought there's no ladder.
That looks annoying as hell. I'm glad they removed that.
And check this out. I really hate that they cut it from retail. This
Yeah,
scene
that'd
was
be
so
pretty
cool.
awesome. Like just after escaping all this stuff, you feel you're safe in the elevator, and then they break the windows around you. That'd be amazing.
And the thing about this map is that it was pretty unfinished. As you can see
wow.
here. but still we could navigate it from start to finish. And notice how the next map still didn't exist. We were just to take this ladder up, jump on this roof, and we're almost... Wait, I forgot how we were to make... Oh... Yeah. And also, an interesting thing about the church is that, well, inside, I guess it was just copied from the previous D1 Town 02 version, where we were able to enter it. So that's why.
Hey guys, I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay.
And here's the next revision of the same map.
And what are the dates on these maps?
This one is from January 2003. Well, the start is pretty much the same. But first of all, check out the lighting. It was greenish, except of purple. There's one... Oh, I don't see it for some reason. Never mind. It's just when fast zombies jump and glide and land, it all writes in the console for some reason. I guess they were debugging the AI of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird how the later revisions of this got simplified in models as well as just level geometry.
Yeah, and all the apartments.
Okay, so I just stepped on a full bag of Doritos. That was fun. What did I miss? Have I missed anything?
Was the bag open or closed?
The bag was closed, so now they're all completely crushed. And some of them have fallen out, so I'm very happy right now.
Do you still have drinking problems?
Yes.
I guess Ben have more props than Half-Life Alex and Sorrow. Also, yeah, this map using a machine gun for some reason.
Yeah, it's one of the few maps that has machine guns.
Oh no, they've learned to use elevators.
So check this out, what happened to this version. they actually
what
added
the fuck?
an entrance to caves for some reason.
What? What? But that looks so bad.
And check this out. This road, for some reason, it leads inside the cave. What the hell?
What?
It looks like a fucking giant asshole that's just cut into the side of the city. Wait, so this asks an important question.
It's
Are
a
people
mining town.
driving
Needed
out of the
direct
caves?
access to the mine.
But are people driving out of the caves or driving into them?
What you
Or
see?
both?
You guys are saying your main street doesn't just lead straight into a cave?
maybe it's just an American thing.
You want to say there's Digger? That's how Digger made it inside the cave. You see, he just. It just drove through the street inside. And check this
And of course
out.
the driver can't get out.
This whole location was still on the same map. I mean,
Wow.
they
That's-
separated it
Imagine
onto.
imagine Do you think you can get like GPS to the caves, you know? Like you take the wrong turning, you end up in the cave. You have to use the sat nav to get out.
Does this revision have a G-Man up in the window?
No, I think I never even checked actually. No, it's not. It doesn't.
Okay.
Wait, isn't the window still there in retail? Just G-Man isn't there?
No, it's not.
Right. I can't get over that cave entrance. That's the funniest thing I think I've ever seen in the league.
Let's just stop because I'm allowed about 5 minutes.
And check this out. Why? Why is it floating in the air? I have no idea. What?
Every time I think I've seen, everything that Beta Ravenholm has to offer, you just see shit like the arsehole entrance to the cave, like a floating light. It's just so weird. It's just so weird. And then the sparks as well. Oh my god. And the fucking barrel flying into the ground. I don't know what Valve are thinking for any of this. Wait, does that ladder not work?
Yeah, there's no ladder further on the upper level for some reason. But anyway, what I like about this version is that we're actually able to see the part of the map from
That's
the
cool
visual.
as fuck.
There seemed to be a lot of that during the concept development of any Half-Life games, because even though that episode 2 level where you could see the broken
The
bridge from the other map, they had a lot more location markers in the prototyping stages than they do in the retail.
So yeah, those fast zombies came from that cave, by the way. That's interesting.
Where did tourists go?
But anyway, this
I'm
is
here. I'm here.
Oh, hi.
this is the end of the map, and for some reason, up to September 2003, the further away, I mean, where we were heading next after this location, we don't know, because it was never made, I guess, up until early 2004. And this is it for D1 Town maps. Well, actually, if I will remember, the name. Yeah, there are prototype maps for gameplay, like where they tested gameplay for town, like this one.
What's with the wall there not having the wall textures? Using the floor texture instead. It's a little strange. Oh, okay. Right.
Oh!
First death of the stream.
Never mind.
That's definitely one of the hardest puzzles in Half-Life 2 beta. Turning the valves.
Yeah, because the brush is very, very thin.
Damn, that's a cool effect.
And it's scripted.
Hmm.
Just trying to climb it.
Some model is missing. I think it could be this one, Wood Chunk 03F. Except
Is
it
that one of
says-
the models that are missing?
I guess it is.
Hmm.
Oh no, I'm stuck. And this is how it was to end. I mean, or there is no ending. Well, I guess there is no.
Great.
There are also some test maps for town traps. For example, this here is how this trap was to look like, and
You mean
here's
speech.
its axis, and here's how it was to work. I mean, it demonstrated how it was to work.
Yeah.
Let's see it again.
What was the date on that proto gameplay map?
What?
What was the date on the proto gameplay town?
Gameplay town. Wait.
Town Proto 4, January 11th, 2002.
Oh, I didn't see it. And about these maps, they're all from September, November 2002. I mean, tests for different
Yeah.
traps. For example, here's a test for catapult. And there's also fire trap.
Oh, I was not expecting it to be like a complete map.
It's not. They just took part of town 01.
Right.
Oh, there's no even zombies or anything. What about fire trap training? Already. Oh, it's almost. Well, it's the same as. There's also electric trap. He's supposed to jump in there, I guess, and die.
Maybe stand near it and move out of the way. Wow, that it just doesn't work.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to.
You have to go above the fence. Is there a way of getting up there?
There, he dies.
Oh, okay, sure. That works.
There's also this test for, well, they implemented these mechanics, like when we break the locks to open some gates. Alright, so that was it for the second Cabal group, which worked on town. And so let's move to the third and final Cabal group, which worked on prison maps. And the first map we will show you is called Prison. But as you can see, I had to split it onto 4 maps. It's because it was too big to be compiled. And this map was from October 2002.
So originally it was Prison 1 and Prison 2?
No, Prison 1 and Prison 2 were made later.
Okay, so this all was originally just the map of Prison?
So yeah, all 4 maps are one map called Prison separated into 4. And in WC map pack it was just one big map. I believe in retail it's possible to compile it as one, but in Half-Life 2 beta the limits are so I couldn't do it. And basically this map was just a style guide for other members of this Cabal, I believe, that showed how this location would look like. Basically this prison block survived into retail. If you don't remember, this place is where we started. And we moved here, and there was some I don't know how to call it, office, guard's office in here, and in here there was some boiler room. I mean, they added more details, but basically the geometry left the same. And even for the next map it left the same. Because in here we took some stairs as well, and we make 2 of the shower rooms, which survived into retail as well.
I thought they were pretty different in retail as well.
Yeah, it's different, but the location is still the same,
Sure.
and overall layout of it. But from here, there are many differences, because the next cell block was very, very much different from what we have in retail, and you will see why. Because this cell block is
That
actually
is awesome.
it looks more like some US prison.
Yeah. Damn, that's really, really cool.
And they actually prototyped some gameplay for it. You will see on one of the next maps we will show.
Is this a later iteration on that prison block that just only had fragments in the 2001 or 2002 era?
Yes, it is. I believe it is. So the concept of this map was that we started on the upper level, and on the bottom level there are some combined soldiers who barricaded themselves under this gate, and all the end lines who comes from here, they can't reach them and they easily shoot them. And to proceed, we need to open the bottom gates so end lines can easily access combined soldiers and kill them.
And this is that same map we actually have the gameplay sketch concept art.
Yeah, there are a lot of prison sketches in Racing the Bar, and these maps they're actually they are very close to those sketches. And here is the prototype for laundry room. Well, in retail it's basically the same. I mean the layout, the general layout of it. And here's, well, it's not the last cell block, but later it became the last cell block before cafeteria. And this one is the biggest one, the biggest cell block in whole prison, because look here, it consists of two same sections. And if you will open those maps from Racing the Bar, they're actually on our website on in interesting stuff or something. I forgot the name of the album. So you can just enter our website and go to albums and find those sketches of prison. Except on the sketches, we were to walk through this shower room to access cafeteria. I mean cell block 4. But in here, for some reason, showers are not connected to cell block 4 at all, and cell block 4 is right behind these doors. So for some reason we weren't to move through cafeteria at all. Oh, I mean through showers. And this cell block, the fourth one, is basically the same as the second one, except we were to enter it from the ground level and we were to navigate ourselves to the third level. And to do so we had to open the doors as well. Or not. I guess not. And finally we were to make to cafeteria where the battle was to occur. It's the last group of combined soldiers making standoff to end lines. And the thing is, they only fighting endlines coming from windows, and there are another group of endlines coming from here. And to make them able to reach the soldiers, we were to open doors for them. Oh, I guess the door stuck because of endlines. Oh, come on. Oh my god, they're idiots. Never mind.
So what is this right now? Is this still the shower block?
It's a cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
It's where in retail we fight Antline Guard for the last time.
Okay, okay.
And in here we were to exit prison to Gunship Base from cafeteria. And the door was to be somewhere here. And to prove it to you, I will blow it. And by the way, thanks to Maelstrom, because it is him who fixed this map. There are a lot of
You're
hard
welcome.
entities to fix.
Yeah, initially the control panels had the lever control the position of the crane, so they would actually move really slow, but I used the game UI entity to actually control them to make it a whole lot easier.
So we were to exit cafeteria from there, and the concept of this map, well, you can see the concept of it on sketches again. But shortly speaking, we were to move this crane that way that we could jump from one to another and finally reach those, I don't know how to call them, the things that moves some cargo inside the depot. And that's how we were to enter the depot. We were to ride one of those things. So to do so, we had to align the cranes into one line. And this is how the maintenance of Combine Gunship happened. Pretty interesting. I also like the look of the depot, like it's some Combine fortress.
Is the AI on that gunship broken, or has it been destroyed?
No, it's just a prop dynamic.
Right, okay.
What?
What?
Jesus Christ. What the hell was that?
What a way to die.
Wow.
Just like cut your
I was
ankles off.
squashed by that part.
Wow.
Oh, I won't be able to jump because I didn't move this crane. Well, then again, the concept was that we were to jump from this crane to that crane, and from here to here, and finally we were able to move the last crane near those. How to call these things, by the way? I don't know.
Container? I don't know.
Yeah, some
Cargo
cargo
container.
containers. So somehow we were to make it here inside the depot. Personally, it's one of my favorite maps. I like it very much. I mean, just look at it. The concept and the look of it,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool,
Yeah.
I think.
Too bad they didn't finish.
Alright, so here's another prototypes of prison. This one is from November 2002. And as you can see, it's an early prototype of laundry room. An interesting thing about this prototype is that this fence was actually under. I mean, it was electric fence, so we couldn't even climb it.
Oh yeah, did those laundry baskets like move around the room, if I remember?
Yeah, I just turned them off or on. I like how this whole area was basically it wasn't cut from retail, but it's much smaller than it here. Yeah, I think there's some further areas. Let's check them. They're all just empty except for this one. And this one is one of the early prototypes for a shower room. And the concept of shower room was that we were to take cover from end-line guard inside the walls, and it could pick those walls with his nose, but it didn't quite work. That's why I guess that's why it was cut from the game. But some mechanics, I believe mechanics of him sniffing inside the wall are still in the code. And the map Prison 2 is from December 2002. And it is a prototype of some later cell blocks. Well, this cell block is still the third one. I mean, the biggest one. I like how all cell blocks had different textures on different VMFs. Like they were trying to make different looks for prison walls and cell walls. And also, as you can see, there is no shower room here anymore.
I'll be right back.
So yeah, the concept of this map is still, well, it's already the same as it later became. If you, oh no, because of him, this door stuck.
Door stuck. Door stuck.
That faint sound.
Nope,
Well-
it doesn't work now.
Oh,
You
it
need
was
to-
the wrong lever. Never mind. And I crashed. Somehow.
Wow. Wow.
Blame the XP.
The XP, what have you done?
Well, alright, let's move to some other DMF. And let's check a map called Yard. It's one of the earliest prototypes for Prison Yard. And this one is almost just like on the sketches in Race of the Bar. It kinda still reminds the D2 Prison 02 from WC Map from 2002, but it's much bigger and the depot is much farther.
Man, stop moving
What-
props from your
What
room.
is happening?
Sorry, I forgot. I thought my mic was. I had to move something real quick. I take responsibility for that.
Use the gravity gun.
I wish. Fuck. Oh shit.
The interesting thing about this map is that when antlions jump to this location, for example, to these turrets, the turrets explode and there could be seen a smoke like here. So-
Yeah, you call them turrets, it just
Yeah,
blank
we were
or
to
something.
send antlions and they would destroy turrets for us, and we will be able to proceed. And also another interesting thing is that we were to enter the prison not from some door or I don't know how. We were actually to jump inside the cell from here. So that's where we were to jump into the cell. And here's another prototype for it. It's almost like D1, I mean D2 Prison 01, but oh well, it's basically the same one. All right, never mind. I guess I took the wrong prototype. That's strange. Well, I guess they removed it already from here. But in Proto Yard, what's happening there?
I thought my mic was muted.
Stop doing it.
Well, yeah, here it is. Here's the hole I was looking for. So yeah, we were to jump here and we would find ourselves inside the prison, finally. So the next map would be cell block 1. Yeah, that's how we would make it inside the prison. And here's what I was talking about. This map, well, it's already recognizable as the retail version of it.
Yeah, it's quite close.
So we were to get there, but this way is blocked, and we had to make a detour. A pretty big one, actually. Well, just like in retail. Because you can recognize this boiler room from retail, for example.
Yeah, just had water in it though.
I think even barnacles are still at the same place. Oh my god. Yeah, so if you don't remember this place in Half-Life 2 Retail, it's where we... On the monitors we could see a G-Man somewhere here, and there on the upper level were two combined turrets. And that's where we would move to shower rooms. I mean the corridor. And there's also gameplay prototype for the second cell block, the one I told you about earlier. So there it is, what I was talking about. The endlines can't reach combined solars because the door is locked. And we were to make it into a control room and help our endline friends. Except they weren't actually friends yet.
Oh, but I thought you had the bug bay. When was bug bay added to Half-Life 2?
I think it was added in somewhere in the end of 2002 or early 2003.
Okay. Gotcha. Does it work in the league?
Well, not on this level.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm not sure actually when exactly it was added, but I know for sure from I forgot where they told it, but they told that initially they were testing player versus Antlions versus soldiers, three factions in a prison, and each hates each other. So later they refused to use that American-like prison block, and they made a new one.
I just posted a link to the concept art on our website for that previous map.
Well, you all recognize this map, I believe, and there's even a screenshot of it in Racing the Bar. And another interesting thing is that they actually showed it to the journalists during E3 2003. Exactly this map. I mean, they showed the prototype and the later version with proper textures and proper models and stuff.
Yeah, you could also see pictures of this map in Raising the Bar. Didn't they show this to the press just to show them the process of making a map?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Right, but one thing that's kind of interesting is since we have all the VMFs, there aren't too many temporary blockout texture maps like this. It doesn't seem like they actually did this much. Unless we just don't have the maps.
Alright, so this is the prototype for Showers. As you can see by the name of the map, it's called Showers Breakable. It's because we could break some parts of the map. I mean, some walls. Yeah, like this one.
Oh, that's cool.
And as soon as we hide ourselves inside this wall, antlions, I mean simple antlions spawn and they try to get us from there instead of antlion guard. And as soon as we exit these walls, the antlions stop spawning. And again we have to deal with antlion guard. And there's another prototype for Showers. Let me check its name. Yeah, it's Test Room Showers. And there's no breakable walls here, just physical objects and some antlions. I believe he's stuck. Yep. Oh no.
No.
So what else? there's this map. I don't even remember what's in here. Well, that's just a gameplay test of laundry. There's not much interesting here. I think we can just skip it. Prison 5. This map is in original beta, so again there's not much interesting in here. We can just skip it as well. And finally we can see more of Gunship Base. I like this prototype because we actually start inside cafeteria. Well, it is supposed to be cafeteria, and we can see a glimpse of a depot from here. And there's also this sky bridge, which isn't on the later versions as well. But the rest is basically the same. So I guess we can skip this version as well. Yeah, we can check some prototypes. For example, Proto. I don't remember this one. Oh, this is a prototype of gameplay where we were to enter the control room, and we could disable and enable turrets from here. Like, now I disabled them, and Antlions should be easily defeat combine soldiers.
Is that thing behind you like a miniature scale map of this area?
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's like
That's
you're
really
here,
Yeah.
and every unit is down.
I think that's actually the coolest thing I've seen in the loop.
Yeah,
Are you
that's-
inside the toilet?
What? What did you say? What?
Sounds like you're in the bathroom.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah, your microphone works pretty bad.
Hold on.
It sounds like you're in a very small, echoey room.
Is this better?
Oh wow,
Yes.
it's much better. Just don't do it with your bottles like this.
Oh god, that would destroy hearing. Please don't, Ben.
Give us
I've tied.
your
I've,
brothels.
I've like tied the cables around my neck, like a noose, so the microphone is
good.
hanging. It's
Sounds
hanging near my ribs.
Sounds quite good.
Here is more style guides. For example, this is a style guide for cafeteria location. It
It
is
looks the
much
same as. Oh, it's not.
It is much more detailed than the actual gameplay versions. Like
Yeah.
it has all these gate locks, and look at these tables.
Tables. Are they physics based?
No, they're static models.
That is really cool.
And here was supposed to be the door that leaded to Gunship Base. For example, yeah, there is prototype for different cell blocks. Check this out. For some reason they wanted to water to be on the ground level. I'm not sure why.
Well, it kind of makes sense. There was water in the engine room.
Well, yeah.
That one level was flooded.
So this map was a style guide for different cell blocks and some corridors, I guess some technical corridors. Oh man, well, it's actually understandable why this cell block isn't in the game. It looks cool, but the gameplay is boring, I guess, because the movement is pretty constrained in here. You only can move through the catalogs and nowhere else, basically. But still, it looks pretty cool. I like it. Oh, and there's a prototype for the prison outside. I mean, how it would look when we approached it from the coastline. Or more like back then it was still wasteland, not coastline.
Yeah, also you need to show the wasteland maps.
Yeah, I forgot to show you the wasteland maps. I will show it to you now.
Well,
Well,
would
after...
it have been wasteland if there was water?
What?
Would
What-
it still
what
have
did you
been
ask?
wasteland maps if there was water on the approach?
I didn't hear you well.
Would it have been the wasteland maps since there's water on this map's approach? There's water in the lakes and the ocean. Is my
I don't think I quite understood you, but if you were asking about were there water in Wasteland, right?
well, that map had water, but wasteland did not.
Well, actually, Wasteland did have water. Well, some maps, like
Oh, okay.
Jeep Beach, for example. It's pretty hard for me to play, talk, and listen. So sorry.
Totally. No, I understand.
I guess the water just stepped down from oceans or the wasteland.
Yeah, the last prototype I wanted to show you is a prototype for Gunship Base. This is like that revision with dev textures, except in here the textures are all normal. And it looks pretty cool, and also it uses the models which were specifically made for Gunship Base. Some pipes. I don't know, I personally liked Gunship Base very much. It could be very cool if it was still in the game. Alright, so let's move to a map called Wasteland. No, actually, well, first we can show you Antland Cave, which was the same as in 2001, but here they painted it all dev textures for some reason. But the geometry is still the same as in 2001. They still had Antland Caves in mind, but I guess they didn't quite know what they wanted with it. I mean, the gameplay and all that stuff. Oh, I like this map very much. So this is some prototype for Wasteland, and check this building. That is the building where Ben was talking from. Because
Wow.
Yeah, you can see that thing.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know what you guys mean.
Oh wow. The catwalks have physics.
Yeah, it's
Is there
pretty
something
cool.
wrong with my room?
And it was pain in the ass to fix that, because I had to manually edit all these constraints and all that stuff. And also check out how slow the APC was. I hate it for that. It's too damn slow. So they're not even gameplay prototypes, they're just prototypes of how Wasteland was supposed to look like.
Yeah.
So it was just big empty spaces with almost nothing.
See ya.
But some later maps are more interesting. For example, the map called Gunship Beach. This map is from January 2002, and I believe that's what was the concept of Wasteland back then. So as you can see, they implemented drivable vehicles into the game, and they wanted some areas for that new feature. So they came up with a seafloor. There was a dried up sea with a bunch of ship skeletons. And also check out this thing. If you remember one of the screenshots from Valve showed on E3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was recognizing, like the guy, all the people on the boat, different ships.
Yeah, there's a screenshot with a bunch of citizens, and I believe there were children workers with cremator heads standing on a ship. And sadly, this map is nowhere to be found in WC Map Pack, but the prefabs for the ships are the same as on this map. So if someone wants to restore the map, they can easily take prefabs from this map and well, do a proper remake. I don't know, I personally like the concept of this map as well. I don't know why they changed it into coastline. Well, of course it's...
I guess because engine limitation.
Yeah, it's totally understandable that the engine limitations didn't let them to create something they wanted. And what they wanted is totally could be seen on the next map, called Hub 01. So the concept they were working with was that they wanted, well, the areas that almost took the limitations of the engine back then. I mean, they wanted maps to be as huge as possible, where we could drive, and it was sort of mini sandbox on these maps. And we were to make some, well, I can't call them quests, but it's something like a small, I don't know how to call them actually, but we were to do some
Targets,
things to be able to proceed.
It's like in episode 2 in Final Battle where you going point to point and find these striders. Something like that, I guess.
So on this map, we were, well, first of all, the concept of the chapter was that we were to drive along this railway, and to be able to proceed, we had to move through Combine Outpost, which is right here. But we couldn't drive through there, well, because Combine recognized us as an enemy. So we had to make a small detour to another Combine outpost.
Was this gameplay talked about somewhere?
Well, Mark Laidlaw answered me about this in one of my emails, and this was when I was working on a seafloor video.
Oh, okay.
It's his response is in the video. So yeah, we were to drive into this Combine outpost, and we were to steal Combine APC. And when we entered Combine APC, a special entity called Nth Global it was enabled, and it made us, it's called player stealth, and it makes Combine believe that we're their friends when we are driving APC.
That's awesome, yeah. Yeah, it kind of plays out like a mission of Grand Theft Auto, that type of sandbox style.
See, they opened.
Grand Theft better.
And as soon as we attacked, they obviously started to understand that we're not their friends. And they were starting to shoot.
Oh, and this is that Proto Bridge map.
Yeah, it's just a prefab they copied from there. One thing I like about this map is that huge ass button which opens this gate. And we were to take another APC. And an interesting thing about this staircase is that it actually was copied from City 1704,
Yeah.
from one of the earliest iterations of it. They even copied it with the lighting.
Yes, they need to really finish the prototype to show it somewhere.
There's also another version of this map, which is with depth textures, and I didn't fully compile it because I didn't fully fix it yet, but I will eventually. And this one is, well, it's kind of more detailed, and for example it has this building here with some ammo and medkits. And also it has thumpers and all these lights. One thing I like about these barrels is that they can float in the air.
Cool physics, yo.
And
Is that a
what's with
treadmill?
this boy? Oh, I hate how slow it is. The biggest difference between this map and the previous one is that there's a lot of destroyable buildings and structures. Like this one, and it doesn't quite work well because of how bad the handling is of the APC. I just hate it. It always gets stuck and stuff. I will just exit it. So yeah, we would do the same thing. We would travel through the bridge into another garage, except the button was to be here. And there's also another difference I like between this map and the previous
Why
one.
would you go in there to then just steal another APC?
What?
Why would you steal an APC to enter the place and then steal another APC?
Because I couldn't... Oh, well, I could actually come back and get my... Oh, no, I couldn't. There's no way we could get our Jeep back. It's because it got stuck in that previous combine outpost.
But like, so we stole the combine APC to enter the camp,
Yes.
and then we got in there to just steal another Combine APC.
No, we got there to proceed further.
Okay.
We were to travel to Nova Prospect, and Nova Prospect was right the same way the railway goes.
Okay.
And there are also a few other things, few other maps where they tested these mechanics. For example, this one. Oh, I like this one. Well, I don't quite like it because I think it doesn't quite work as well as just as it worked back in 2003, but still it's pretty cool as a Jeep playground. There are a lot of combine mines. And those electrical sounds you hear, it is those mines trying to kill antlions. What? I had no idea it gets up back. I like how each outpost has a flag over it. For some reason I forgot where to go next.
Just fly, check it out.
Oh, yeah, we were to go there.
So Wolfclack asked a question. He knows that there's multiple different types of roller mines that existed at one point, and there is code in the leak for them. Did this map contain any of them? Any of the
Nope.
variants?
No, this map only contained the regular ones. And those different mines, they're quite how to call them. We don't know much about them. That's the thing. I think, as I remember, there aren't many prototype maps for them for the gameplay they tested with it.
Were there any AI differences on them?
Yeah, there are some mines that, for example, worked as physical props bulldozer. They were like moving them in one heap.
Huh. That's
And
cool.
there was some other mine. You can go to VCC wiki. Well, the link is on our website, and they're given some insights about different types. Maybe it was even Wolfclocks who made those articles. And this map is well, it shows us what was the reason why Combine invaded Earth. They were terramorphing Earth into one big Luna Park.
It's a map for Sonic 3, I guess. Need to go faster.
Like this?
Yeah.
I want to make this. Oh no! Ah, I forgot. Well, I wasn't be able to make this loop ever. I believe it's because the handling of the Jeep was altered and it doesn't quite work like it worked back then when this map was made. I always
pretty
had
much
not
make it
enough speed. What?
Yeah, you pretty much just make it 3/4 of the way up the loop, and then you just fall.
All right, I guess we can finally move to prefabs. And to start with prefabs, I would like to show you the map we forgot to show on our yesterday stream, the Russian version. It is called Proto City 17 Combine. This is one of my favorite Half-Life 2 beta maps. It just looks so cool. And I forgot to show it. Shame on me.
Yeah, the atmosphere is really good in it.
Why they use this metal construction from the terminal?
Well, it's like on E3 Strider, where it was to block the street.
This is really a bad model for
And
anything, I guess.
by the way, if you remember another Half-Life 2 screenshot from 2003, you may remember this wall and this place. But the map on the screenshot is different. But still, it uses the same prefab buildings and walls and citadel, all the same, but the placement is different. So yet again, using this map, it's quite possible to restore the map. Oh man, I like all these walls and destroyed buildings so much. It looked very cool, I think. And check out this bridge. The old bridge was pretty interesting. Alright, let's show some other prototypes. For example, I don't remember what is this map. Looks like crap. Yeah, it's just some building block. I don't even know what's the purpose of this map. There's almost nothing in here.
Look like some map called City 17 Assault, something like that.
Same could be said about this map. it has almost nothing inside. Well, except for this building. But I have no idea what was the purpose of these maps. Well, alright, let's show some prefabs finally. This map looks so cool. It reminds me of St. Petersburg. There's Moika River, and this place reminds me the road along Moika River very much. And also, I believe City 17 wasn't. It hadn't retail style yet back in early 2002. It still was very much based on. Well, I believe it was based on Prague, just like in 2002. Because the train station maps, which are retail like, they were first made in June or July 2003, so you will see them during our next stream.
Wow, I've checked out this map a few times. I didn't even know this other place existed.
Yeah, there are a lot of different, like there was Canals residential, Canals inside City 17's residential site, and this one is inside some industrial portions of the city. I forgot where to go. Oh, here it is. And interestingly, they well, you will see it during our next stream, but they copied this area for temporary level transition from Canals to Ravenholm at some point.
Could you go in that manhole back there, up top on the grass?
Nope, it's too small for me. Oh, here it is.
Oh, okay.
Gordon is fat.
That's really cool to see where this part of that map originated.
Oh man, these canals were so cool. I mean, it's not even gameplay map, it's just a prefab. But it looks very cool. I like it. And well, if you played City 17 mod, you may recognize this place. I just copied it from here for teleportation sequence.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't seen any of this. Other than in your mod.
Well, this one is just a prefab for different dock structures. Same as the second one. Some of these docks, I believe they even made into retail in some sort, but not these ones. I like this one. It's like, it looks like Pantanos Bridge, or I don't know how it properly translates into English.
Pontoon?
Yeah, probably.
So were these prefab maps designed to be portions of them taken out to used in other maps, or why are they called prefab maps?
Yeah, I believe yes, it was for the mappers to be able to copy stuff from it for their maps. And they were probably made, well, most of prefab maps were made, I think they were made by Randy Landin, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't actually remember who made most of them. And I think they were made by the same guys who traveled different places and made photos. It could be it, but maybe I may be wrong.
What was this map called?
It's prefab furniture. And oh man, if you
It looks
if
like
you
a prototype
played-
for Russell's lab with all the different
yes,
objects.
exactly, it's exactly the same lamp.
So that's the lamp you were talking about. So that, whoa. It's
Yeah,
in two pieces. So that lamp is the lamp that was in Half-Life Alyx. Wow.
exactly. It even has the same color. Oh man, we need to ask VXP to add VR into Half-Life 2 beta.
That'd be so cool. Or we could just start a whole new porting project.
But first he need to finish Flashlight.
I like how none of these buildings survived into Half-Life 2 retail. And as you can judge by the name of the map, these were some governmental buildings of City 17, including the ones used by the Combine, I think.
Wow.
There are a lot of column prop models made, and none of them survived into retail. I'm sorry. I'll...
Didn't hear some guy with bottle. Where are you?
I think he got too depressed with his Doritos.
Yeah. Well, there's bottles, man.
But yeah, just thinking about all of the hours that people put into this work, just for prototyping and seeing what works
Yeah.
and what doesn't. It was awesome that Valve was able to be in the situation from the success of Half-Life and stuff, just to be able to fund
Yeah.
doing what prototyping this to this extent.
They waste so many hours and money for this, and nothing of this didn't make it in final game.
we need to do something with this texture.
Yeah. You already told me about it. Put it in the list.
And this RL stands for Randy Landin. There were different versions of the same map. Like this one is Randy Landin's edit on governmental buildings.
Wait, did that first one use brush columns?
This one?
No, the other one on the left. Where's that? Oh, yeah, it is.
No, I think it's the model. It could be brush. I'm not sure actually. We can actually. Yeah, it's brush. Because it's if it would be model, the light would be very
The
bad.
light wouldn't work on it.
Yeah, like yeah, like here. I also wonder why this texture looks violet. I mean, it actually is gray.
Something wrong with the specular map.
This one is just prefab for handrails, for new handrails which replace the old ones. And now we don't have the old ones and we can't finish the map pack.
Because I don't finish handrails. Because I don't know what stupid coordinate systems the Welfins used.
That's cool.
Oh, and this map is, well, it could be found in Racing the Bar, I mean the screenshot from it. And also it was released by some magazines back in 2003. And it was taken somewhere, wait, yeah, I think it was taken like this. Or from similar position.
Yeah.
It's a prefab for different industrial structures. Most of them made it into Ravenholm, I believe. Different cranes, warehouses, all that stuff. I think this warehouse is well, it's in retail near Black Mesa East. I mean, before it.
Yeah, map before it.
And this map is pretty interesting. Because none of these buildings survived into retail. At all. Well, maybe one or two of them. But they look so out of place for City 17, I think.
Yeah, it's like they would have been new structures made by the Combine instead of structures that were taken over.
And check out this building. It looks like I forgot the name of the tower, which is in Chicago. CN Tower or something like that. It reminds me of this tower for some reason. And look at these buildings. Their architectural style is brutalism, which is pretty interesting.
You mean Willis Tower in Chicago?
series.
I don't remember.
Okay.
That's an interesting prefab. Oh, one of the interesting things I forgot to tell you about is if you remember the screenshot, one of the most famous screenshots of Half-Life 2, which actually made it into retail box of the game, with E3 terminal and with citizens in similar clothes. I believe this screenshot was actually made not in 2002, but in early 2003. And it's because how different the E3 terminal map from what we have in WC map pack from spring 2002, and I believe it's from the version of the map which could be edited for that September demo. So my theory is that these clothes, they're not from 2002, but well, they could be from 2002, but from late 2002 and from early 2003, and not from spring 2002. I mean, not from E3 2002 era. But that's just a theory. But I'm pretty confident in it. This building, by the way, couldn't be found anywhere else except this map. And look how he detailed even this E3 terminal building. How it's called? Awning or?
Yeah.
Evening, yeah.
Yeah, Onyx.
And again, there are no traffic lights in Retail City 17 at all. For some reason. That's stupid map. And finally, Prefabs Substation. All these models are actually separate models, so there are a lot of models in these structures and a lot of wires.
Are the different truss pieces individual?
I think it is.
I believe so. I used them before in the map.
Alright, let's finally move to joke maps and miscellaneous maps. And we'll start with with this. Don't ask me, it's Mark Laylow. It's Mark freaking Laylow. Don't ask me what is happening here. I have no clue. No, I don't know what is happening. No. It's the same one. And here.
What?
You need me.
Weird.
Why? What is it? I have no idea. Oh my god.
Whatever it is, it works.
What's the name? Oh, it was called Interview. So here's another map made by Mark Laylow, and it is called Interview because he used some scenes which are not actually in Half-Life 2 beta leaked files. But judging by the names, he took some, he recorded some program from TV, and he recreated the interview in on this map. The funny thing is, G-Man was called children or kid or boy or something like that. So it was some adult taking interview from a boy.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, here's another map made by Mark Laylow. Yeah, that's the point of this map.
I hope we doesn't ban it because of suicide.
And of course the famous Iggy Pop. And yes, it was made in early 2003. One of the things I am most proud of is that when I recorded a new version of this map properly fixed, Mark Laylow watched it and he left a comment under my video, and you can find it on our channel. It's called Iggy Pop, Mark Laydow's Iggy Pop properly fixed, and you can find Mark Laydow's comment.
What did he
under-
say?
He said, "Bless you."
Nice.
I was blessed by Mark Laylow.
That's awesome.
And here's another map made by him, but in here is just a underground garage. And what is the reason why he made it? No idea. I guess Mark Laylow is not the type of the guy who thinks of something and he asks, why should I do it? He just thinks of something and do it.
Yeah.
And here's the map where I believe Mark Laidlaw, well, he learned how to make scenes, and he wanted to make something like, well, he wanted Half-Life 2 characters to react to where the player looks at. So that's the reason of this map. That's where he tested his ideas.
Ah, I see you're admiring my scanner decoy. I need to repair that one of these days. Lovely, isn't it? That's not quite ready for testing. That door is locked from the outside. I'm afraid you're stuck with me for now.
So yeah, here Kleiner reacted to different spots on the map. I think it kind of survived into retail because if you remember, in Eli's lab we could look at different things and Eli would comment them.
Yeah.
And this map is a prototype. Wait, when was it made? It was made in March. It is a prototype of our whole way from, well, almost whole way from a train station, which was somewhere there, to the Citadel.
That looks awesome.
And a lot of City 17 could be seen here. And check this out. I'm not sure what is it exactly. Is it the roads or is it some docks? Well, I guess it's the roads.
Yes, it's canals.
I think there's another, yeah, there's another prototype like this, except this one has 2 jeeps. It is quite possible that Valve were doing some multiplayer like races. Let's race to the Citadel. And this map is huge. Pumper. Well, Pumper was in our 2001-2002 stream. He just copied the map and fixed it for the new engine branch. Oh, test room depot. This one is, I think it, test room. Ah, no. It's not what I thought of. What I thought of was damn, I don't remember the exact name. Oh, I almost forgot about the map called Citizen Tech. It's another prefab actually. And this one is a prefab for different structures made by citizens who escaped from City 17. There's also another type of trap in here.
It's an interesting type of elevator that you have to keep cranking it.
This map looks so cool. It's one of everyone's favorites, I guess. But the map I forgot the name of is different, and I can't remember its name. Oh, yeah, right. It's Zoo Props. It's just a map with bunch of prop models, but still it's pretty cool to see them in game because they're not in retail. Well, the most of them.
We got a $5 donation from Sergey Botsman. He said he loves the Half-Life 2 beta, and you guys are amazing. Keep up the excellent restoration and preservation work.
Thanks.
Oh.
We will keep it up.
Thanks, man. We really appreciate it.
This
It's
is
really
one,
awesome of you, man. Thank you.
one of the scariest maps of Half-Life 2 beta. It took them just 3 seconds to kill me.
It's still amazing that all of that AI work with Hydras does not just immediately crash the engine. Because that AI seems to be really complex in how it moves its different joints and everything.
I don't know what else to show. There's nothing interesting here. Yeah, so here's where they tested how the lighting worked on different surfaces with a bump map. Including dynamic lights, which you will see in the next room. I don't quite remember where. Should be this one. Yes, this one. As you can see, for some reason it doesn't work quite well. But it may be the issue with the leaked build of the engine only. And here they were testing how the AI would climb the ladders. And as you can see, it doesn't work quite well, at least on this end. Because the first Barney, I mean the farthest Barney, he climbs alright. Well, this staircase is cursed, I guess. This map was where they tested engine's limitations on how large the map can be, and it is.
That looks awesome.
It is the largest. Well, I think it's the largest map in the map pack that could be found. It's as much as one map can take space in Half-Life 2 beta.
It also has a 3D skybox.
I'm not sure about this one, but I think it could be about breakable prop models. Ah, I'm late. What is Flatland? I forgot. Oh, it's one of Wasteland prototypes, kinda. This map could be found in could be found in normal Half-Life 2 beta. It's called Test Room something. I forgot the exact name. You know what? I'm pretty tired, so I think that should be it for today's stream. So yeah, as always, if you have any questions, we will be glad to answer them.
Yeah. Let's see what we've got.
Yeah, maybe there were some questions during the stream we didn't answer.
Not that I saw, but I'm sure there were.
D4 Palace, was that still being developed in mid 2003?
No, it was. I think the last edit on it was made during summer of 2002. Maybe even late spring, I'm not sure. I don't quite remember, but definitely not after September. I remember D4 Street Wars was last edited in late August 2002. Have you ever planned to completely finish the game? Well, if you if you mean to recreate one of iterations of the old storyline, of course, I think everyone who interests himself in beta planned such a thing, but I think it's not quite possible to do so because the old storyline is different in for each one of us. I mean, everyone has his own vision, and either someone should make a team which will follow his vision, or everyone will have to do it themselves, like all stuff. And I don't think it is possible for just one person. It's possible to recreate some chapters, like Borealis, for example, which was recreated in Borealis mod recently. But it's not possible to recreate whole storyline because first of all, there's no stable thing. I mean, the old storyline is not a stable thing to recreate it. It was always in the process of change. Were there any things related to the trams in this area of maps? In not in this area, but in the next one, and you will see trams in our next stream. You guys should get a Patreon. Well, we had a Patreon. I think the page is still there, but we don't use it. I don't think it's.
I guess we don't have goals for it. Some goals.
I just don't think it's our format. We will just continue do what we do with what you guys give us during the streams. I mean, the donations. Well, it's more than enough to maintain our website, and we don't really need anything else. Borealis was long gone by this point, yes? Well, yeah, it was gone in, I think the last edit to Borealis map ever was made in August 2002. It's not that long. I mean, this era started in September, but yes, it wasn't in the game anymore. They decided not to work on it. Hey guys, were there any other questions during the stream?
I didn't see any. I was watching your perspective.
Not as much from what I've seen.
So there is a D2 Coast 06 in the beta, but I think it's just a blockout map. Or just they kind of just renamed things.
You will see a prototype of coast map during the next stream. And about the particular reason why the Gunship Base were cut, well, I'm not sure actually. I don't have any idea why would they cut it. Why would they need to cut it?
Well, we never did go to the depot.
We actually did visit the depot.
Actually did.
Where we found Eli for the first time in Nova Prospect was inside the depot. It's hard to realize that. When is the next mapping competition? I plan to make it during the summer up until either September the 30th or up to October 5th. I mean the date when the beta leaked into publicly. So Captain Z asks, is there any truth to the claim that WC map pack is only 1/4 of the total development maps made by 2003? I think it is quite possible. I'm not sure if it's true because we don't know the exact number, but I think it's quite possible. What I can tell you for sure is that we don't have a lot of maps that were made and they didn't make it into WC map pack for some reason. Well, right, I guess this is where we should end. Thanks for joining our stream and thanks for watching us. And thanks.
Yeah, it was good to see you guys again.
Yeah, thanks to all of you, Ben, Scott, Nikolai, and Eric. I mean, thanks for helping me with the stream. And
No problem, man.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you guys all for coming out, and thank you again to Sergey Botsman for donating the $5 today.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I wanted to add that we will see you probably next weekend, but I'm not sure yet. But it could be that we will stream the next era during next weekend, and then Half-Life Alyx finally will come out, and
Wow.
Scott will stream the English streams. Well, if he wants to, I mean, for this channel, and I will stream the Russian-speaking stream of Half-Life Alyx. I mean, we will probably be playing
you
it
have
and
about
streaming.
minutes now?
So, yeah, you will see. If you want, you will be able to watch us on this channel.
Vitoy has a Oculus Rift S. I have the Valve.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Scott has Valve Index. So during his streams, it will be a full experience.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if not, no one has anything to add, then goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, see you guys soon.
See you later.
Bye.